Pressure and calls for more transparency following the DOJ's search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. And now the same federal judge who approved last week's action holding a hearing tomorrow to see if the affidavit associated with that search document should be unsealed. NewsNation's senior national correspondent Brian Enton joining us live. So Brian, what will happen at tomorrow's hearing?
Well, Nichole, it's a stormy day out here in Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach as everyone waits to see what will come of Thursday. A big hearing. Basically, the federal magistrate judge is going to decide whether or not to keep this affidavit sealed. The media is asking the judge to unseal it, saying that it's in the public's best interest, but the Department of Justice says it must remain secret because this is an ongoing investigation involving national security, Nichole.
So Brian, someone we keep talking about, the former president here. What does former President Trump have to say about this?
He's been very vocal over the last 24 hours, Nichole, saying that he wants the affidavit to be released. He wants a fully unredacted version to be released. He was on Truth Social earlier today posting about it, and what he said is there is no way to justify the unannounced raid of Mar-a-Lago, the home of the 45th president of the United States, who got more votes by far than any sitting president in the history of our country, by a very large number of gun-toting FBI agents and the Department of Justice. But in the interest of transparency, I call for the immediate release of the completely unredacted affidavit pertaining to this horrible and shocking break-in. Also, the judge on this case should recuse. He is referring to the magistrate, Bruce Reinhart. He is a federal magistrate judge here in Palm Beach County. He has gotten some criticism because back in 2008, he was a private attorney for some of the employees of Jeffrey Epstein. Of course, Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted sex offender. So that is what the former president is referencing in that post he put on Truth Social, Nichole.
Okay, so we heard from the former president. He's obviously going to feel a certain way about this. But what about the experts? What are they saying? And what are the chances that we will actually see this affidavit Thursday?
Well, I've been talking to former federal prosecutors all day long, and everyone says the same thing, that it would be extremely unusual for us to see an unredacted affidavit in a situation like this where no one has been criminally charged and it's an ongoing investigation. But then again, this is an unprecedented situation we're in. There's never been a search warrant like this at a former president's residence. So it's certainly possible. It's also possible, Nichole, that they could release a heavily redacted version of the affidavit. We're going to have to wait till Thursday to find out.
All right. We sit and wait once again. All right. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.